Good morning. Let's see if I have enough memory card space to finish filming this today, because this is actually the second time I'm filming this podcast. I filmed it on Monday in its entirety. I don't know. I just felt compelled to try again. So here we are today. Second try. Second time's the charm. But yeah, I didn't clear off my memory card before starting, so we'll see how it goes. I am wearing my world's rattiest t-shirt. I don't know if you can even see it there, but there's an actual hole here, and that is not even the only hole. This shirt is riddled with holes. This is a like Target, cheapo Target t-shirt, and it is 100% cotton and was made like that vintagey t-shirt feel where it's like really thin, you know? So over the years through the dryer, it has just completely degraded. Just completely falling apart. Like I could show you some shameful parts, like the armpits where the little tag is on the back. Just shredded. But I love it. I keep wearing it. But anyways, wow. Start off strong today. My name is Leigh. This is a crafty podcast. I am a full-time illustrator and crafter hobbyist out of Pittsburgh, PA. And let's do it. Let's do it today. I have some new cast-ons. I have one FO, and yeah, some updates for you. I also have an announcement about the podcast next week. There won't be one. I guess I should go ahead and say that. There won't be a podcast next week. At the end of the episode, I will tell you why in like life update stuff. But for those of you who don't make it that far, there you go. I have been busy, working, which is why it is a bit strange that I'm filming this podcast twice. I don't know. It just felt like the last one I filmed, all the footage I got from Monday, it just didn't feel genuine. I feel like I was out of it a bit. And this is a casual place. We hang out and we just kind of like chill. And yeah, I don't know. It felt a little forced. So we're gonna try again. Also, after I filmed on Monday, that night I cast on like 2 new things. Actually 3 new things. One of them didn't make it. It was an immediate never mind. But I cast on 2 new projects. So since there's not going to be an episode next week, I might as well refilm and tell you about those 2. So let's get started. It is July 27th, I believe. Oh no, it's July 27th. Quick tangent. I don't know if any of you are interested in this at all, but I read comics. And there is don't judge me, but there's a webtoon that I've been reading. I'm actually not ashamed of this one. It's very good. The Boxer. I've been reading The Boxer on webtoon, and it's supposed to go to Daily Pass tomorrow, which means I will only be able to read 1 chapter a day. So I'm trying to finish it by tomorrow so I can keep binging it like I have been. But that was a tangent. That's why I made that face when I said it's the 27th, that I have a lot of reading to do. And I also have a lot of work to do, so I don't know when I'm gonna have time to do that. I am not close to finishing yet. Anyways, yes, today is July 27th. Since I have been filming the podcast over the summer, during summer sock camp, I have been doing 2 separate segments in my project updates. I have been doing a summer sock camp update and a everything else update. And I guess I will do that today. I do have several socks going. So we will do that. We'll do first a summer sock camp update, and then I will update you on all my other projects. Summer sock camp update. I don't have my little notebook, but that's okay. I'll just tell you. I will just tell you my update. It also includes my only FO. My only FO is a pair of socks. And these are pair number 12 for summer sock camp. They're not blocked yet, so I still have quite the seam here. Where my magic loop was. And these are also my July striped socks for my self-imposed monthly striped sock challenge. I'm trying to knit a pair of striped socks just for myself every month. These are July. They are Christmas in July themed. They are tiny human knits, very vintage Christmas. They're beautiful. Oh my gosh, this color is insane. And everyone I know who's seen these has commented on how much like me they look. So that's a success. They are a pair of socks that are slightly different. You can see here, I ran out of yarn on the second sock. I only ordered a 50-gram skein of this from Tiny Human Knits, and I started the toe color early, so it's fine. It's fine. I'm not bothered by it really. The contrast color, by the way, is Knit Picks. It is Knit Picks Stroll in Forest Heather. These are vanilla. These are my vanilla sock recipe. My vanilla sock recipe is always listed in the description box below in case you're interested. I am so glad I finished these before the end of July, so now I am back on track with my striped socks. I was behind for a little while, but now I am back on track. August 1st, I will start my August pair. Those are for Brad, so that'll be fun. But yes, pair number 12 for summer sock camp. Now, I have 3 new cast-ons. Oh my goodness. Sock related cast-ons, at least. So the first new cast-on I have will be pair number 13 for summer sock camp. And this is in a little Barrett Wool Co. drawstring bag. It's really cute. It's got like yarn texture at the bottom. And that is the yarn I'm using. The yarn in here came in this bag and I'm using it as a little project bag. And this is a new cast on and a half finished object. This is a whole finished sock. It looks silly because I tried it on so many times to make sure it was like, that was getting the foot length right, because this yarn is super plump. Super plump, makes a very dense fabric. Therefore, my gauge was different than it normally is. So I kept having to try it on. And the nature of this garter cuff here is that it doesn't cinch in like a ribbed cuff would. So it stretched out and stayed stretched out, which is fine. It'll go back in a little bit when I wash it. But I have one whole sock finished. And as you can see, it is a patterned sock. This is the rocking chair pattern. It is, I don't remember who it's by. It is from the 52 Weeks of Socks book by LeighKnits. I have this, I purchased it like a year ago and I have knit a couple pairs of socks out of it, but I just pull it out every once in a while when I need a sock that is different. And this yarn was so special and beautiful. I really wanted to do something. I didn't want to do vanilla socks with it. I wanted to do something fun, but not complicated. These are the Rocking Chair Socks by Paulina Carew. Paulina Carew. And that's how hers look. Hers are knit in a more rustic yarn, which I would love to do. Like, this pattern was actually really mindless and really quick. So I think this would be a great option for me to try my rustic sock yarns out. I might even replace this garter cuff with a regular cuff. I don't know, I'm not sure. Or lengthen the garter, I don't know. It fits really well. Like, these look silly, but they fit really well. What was I gonna say? I don't remember. I have the second one started. I did just the cuff. I finished the cuff and cut the yarn, so it is just a loose cuff so far. Oh, I didn't tell you, I don't know the names of the colors of these yarns. I don't remember, and it's not on the tag or anything. They were sold as the Crunkled Socks kit. It is just the Barrett Wool Co.'s like fingering weight base. It is a nylon free. I don't know if it's superwash. It might be a non-superwash yarn. I'm not even sure. I'm a horrible podcaster and did not look. But it is a very plump, it's reminiscent of Brooklyn tweed Peary, but a little more rustic feeling, not quite as soft. And I love it. I would definitely buy more of this and knit more socks. And this pink is just the most perfect bubblegum pink. And so far I have this much left of the contrast color and a whole another little skein. So I'm not even sure if I'm gonna have to break into this one yet. We'll see. Might have some extras to use for contrast colors in other socks in the future. And that's those. That's my first new cast on, a half finished object. Let's continue. I have 2 more new cast-ons. They're both socks. No, lies. I have 3 new cast-ons, but only 2 more sock cast-ons. These are pairs number 14 and 15 for summer sock camp. And the first one is for Brad. I did not intend for these to be for Brad. I pulled them out to cake them up, or cake it up. The sock set. It was a sock set. I pulled it out to cake it up was like, you know, Brad needs more socks. I'll make these for Brad. He happened to be nearby and he was like, ooh, those look like laser tag. It's like, it's not what they're supposed to be, but you're right. But they're here in my Mountain State Stitches project bag that I purchased in the Summer Sock Camp update from one of them. It was the first one, I believe, from the Crazy Sock Lady. She's hosting the Knit Along Summer Sock Camp. I have in here just a little start of a leg. Oh my God, look at it. This is also a Summer Sock Camp exclusive yarn. This is the Bumblebee Acres Farm Summer Sock Camp sock set in the color Campfires and Fireflies with a dusk mini. And this is the Coquette sock base, which is the Corriedale nylon blend, and it is plump. It is plump, plump. I am actually knitting these. Oh wait, look at my little progress keeper first. It matches so well. My friend Alinka made this for me. I love how it's striping up. I am trying to keep an eye on these because the yarn is so plump. I figured I could maybe just knit a 64 stitch sock for Brad, because normally I do 68 for him, but then make it ribbed so it fits a little snugger. He likes to stretch out his socks. His feet are wider than mine, but I figured the plumpness of this yarn would make up for that. So I'm kind of trying to keep an eye on it to make sure it will fit him. I think it will. I'm like nervous about it, but I think it will. Worst case scenario, I can just increase a couple of stitches for the foot because his foot is wider than his ankle, obviously. So at the very least, I can just increase a couple of stitches at his foot to make up for the size. But that's how far I am. This is the main color, the Campfires and Fireflies, and then the Dusk Mini looks like this. Beautiful. I'm so excited about this. These are a lot of fun. I love the sock base, man. It really makes it or breaks it for me. And this Coquette sock, I will definitely buy this yarn base again. And that is my second new cast on, my Summer Sock Camp pair number 13. And my last sock cast on is a, it's the second time I've cast this pair of socks on, but it is in one of my Paisley and Gold sewing bags. This is the Hamilton project bag in this like tealy green, pale, like robin's egg blue. There you go, a robin's egg blue color. It's actually like the exact same color as my acquisition I have to show you today. But anyways, in here I have a pair of socks. It's so far just a single toe of a sock that I have cast on before and ripped out because I cast on the wrong size. I thought I was being clever in casting on the correct size, but I was in fact not. These are the Curio socks by Andrea Mowry. I do not have a photo, at least not a good one. Here you can see a really poor quality printout of a photo, but it's striped socks with like slip stitch details. Oh my gosh, I might have to rip these out again. Now, the first time I knit the size 8, which I thought would be correct for me because I do not have little feet. I wear a US Women's size 9 shoe and my feet are not skinny. I don't have skinny feet. They're not particularly wide, but they're not skinny either. Then I knit the size 8 and it was way too large. So I knit the size 7 this time, or started the size 7. And it looks like it will fit, but the way the pattern is set up, actually let me tell you about the yarn first and then I will tell you my problem. For the yarn, I am using Onion Knit. This is their nettle sock base. It is merino nettle fiber blend instead of merino nylon. And I don't remember the name of this color, but it is this beautiful lime green color. And I am using, for the color changing bits, I am using Spin Cycle Dyed in the Wool. And this color is, actually I might have a tag for this. Oh yes, I do. Spin Cycle Yarns Dyed in the Wool End of Summer is the name of this colorway. And it is this gorgeous like 70s combo of reds, greens, oranges, and yellows and such. here's my little bitty start to my sock. As you can see, you can really see the range of colors here. It's like dark red starting out on this toe. And isn't it good? Like, it's so much fun. It's so much fun. But my problem here is the knitting these on magic loop, you have the end stitches, right? But the 2 end stitches here on every red round is a slip stitch round, and they're pinching together. So they're like, I don't even know if you can really tell. My nails are horrible right now. But anyways, I don't know if you can tell. They're like pinching these stitches together. You can kind of see it better there. So they're like, yeah. So I may have to rip these out again. Like, it fits on my toe. At this point, it's not to the wide part of my foot, so I could, I guess, just change it now. I was thinking about once I got to the crease, the seam here, that I would do like a yarn over in the red to make up for that extra space. But I have to decide if I'm okay with just this like first 1.5 inches being pinched like this. I don't know, I'm thinking about it. When stuff goes wrong for me like that on a project, it really like kills the mood. It's a real buzzkill. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet. Let me know what you would do. Would you just rip it out and start it over? Because it's only 1.5 inches. Or would you just not bother ripping back at all and just like change your method from now on? I don't know. I don't know. I'm overthinking it, as I always do. But these colors are gonna be so much fun. I can't wait until the color starts like changing up the sock. Oh, it's gonna be so much fun. I actually had bought 2 skeins of Spin Cycle dyed in the wool specifically to make socks out of before the Curio pattern came out. And then when the Curio pattern came out, I was like, oh my God, it's perfect. So I have 2 pairs of the sock planned. Anyways, that will be pair number 14 for summer sock camp if I can get through it. It also takes longer. I've been in a weird headspace lately where I have been getting really easily bored with my knitting, like really easily bored. That's why I'm kind of flying through these pattern socks. I don't even know who I am anymore. But that's it for socks. That's it for the summer sock camp update. All right, other things, projects that are not socks. I have 3 to show you. One is a new cast on, and the other 2 are sweaters. Now, the first one here is, God, I'm struggling with this. This is my Moonset tee by Ozetta. I have been trying to pick this up every day and knit just a little bit on it. I did the second sleeve. I even wove in the end. I didn't snip the yarn, but I did weave it in. So both sleeves are done. Finishing is done around the neck and such. I am literally just on the body. I'm just on Body Island. I just have to get to 11 inches of the body and then bind it off. I'm bored out of my mind about it, as you can probably tell. I filmed, like I said, I filmed on Monday and I had put a progress keeper in to show you my progress for this, but then moved it. So the progress keeper is not up to date. I'll have to move it again after this episode. But here is the progress keeper. It is a really cute one from Simply Serving. It's a little cabin. This is where I moved it to. So this much is how I've knit, how much I've knit since Monday. But it had been about 1.5 inches down from that. So overall, I've knit about this much since the last time you saw it, which is what, like 2.5 inches maybe? Which makes the whole body a total of, where are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5 inches. We're halfway down the body. Oh my God. At least we're finally halfway down the body. But I'm struggling. I'm struggling so much with this. I really want the finished object. I really want this shirt. So I'm pushing through. But it is boring me out of my mind. The yarn. The yarn is Shibui Knits Pebble, which is a fingering weight yarn. You gonna focus? Come on, friend. There we go. It is a fingering weight yarn. It is a 48% recycled silk, 36% merino, and 16% cashmere. And I'm knitting mine in the color Ivory. And this yarn is lovely. I just can't handle a purely stockinette project right now. And that is that. I said it was by Ozetta, right? The pattern? Yeah. All of my project pages, like my Ravelry page, is linked below where you can find all of my projects. Go peek there if I forgot to say anything, because I probably did. I have one other sweater going, and this one is in this really nice woven yellow bag that is from some mystery shop on Etsy. I do not remember. And I have an egg pin on it. This is my egg bag now. This is a Shelly can pin, I believe. It's egg with yarn yolk. And this is my Irish Rover pullover. This is a pattern by Tetty of Tetty's Knit Garden. If you have not seen this one before, if you are new, this is a sweater I started a while ago, and I flew through the body, got to the sleeve, knit most of a sleeve, and then realized that my bangs are wild today. And then realized that the sleeve was too small. My gauge had changed on the DP ends in that small circumference, so I had to rip the sleeve out and start over. But I'm done with that sleeve. I have reknit that entire sleeve. I added like another inch to the body, and then went through and I attached the first sleeve to the body. Here is that sleeve I reknit. It looks silly right now because this is a bottom-up sweater, so everything looks like smaller than it needs to because it's not done yet. It's just up to the armpit. But this is it. This is my Irish Rover pullover. I needed the needles, so I went ahead and attached the first sleeve to the project. And I've cast on the second sleeve, but I'll show you that in a second. This is how it looks. It is this beautiful, like really easy but effective cable pattern on the front and back. It's got this gorgeous cable ribbing detail, and on the sleeve as well. And I am knitting mine out of Nutidin held double. This is Nutidin Glimped, which is behind me over here. I'll pull out a plate of it for you. Nutidin Glimped, which looks like just beige, just like a yellowy beige, but knit up you can really see, it's hard to pick up on camera as well, but knit up you can really see the bits of like gray and pink and yellow in it. It's just very beautiful, very, very beautiful. And I love how plump it feels. And like I said, I have started the second sleeve. I have this much of this plate left. It's a mess. But I am not even through the cuff yet. I'm just here on the second sleeve. But these are on size 8 needles and not very many stitches around, so it flies once I get into it. I knit this one twice, so it felt like it took a while, but it really didn't take long to knit a sleeve. And so as soon as I finish this sleeve and I connect it, it's just yoke island. Not everything is an island, but it's just the yoke until I'm done. So I am looking forward to having that one finished, and it is not just stockinette. Like even the sleeve has decreases every few rounds, like it's very few rounds in between the decreases, so it keeps me interested. And that is what I need right now. I need something to keep me interested. But that's my other sweater that I've been working on. I did work on my twigs, but negligibly. I only knit like 2 rounds on my twigs, so I didn't even bother bringing it up here to show you. I will update you on that one next time, because since everything's boring me to death, the colorwork sweater is probably where I need to be. Oh, yeah, my last project I have to update you on is a new cast-on that is entirely stockinette. All of this talk I've been doing about being bored with stockinette knitting, and I'm gonna show you, I'm about to show you a Musselburgh hat. If you are familiar, a Musselburgh hat is a really boring hat. It is just complete stockinette in a giant tube that you fold into itself to make a double thick hat. So it's twice the knitting of a regular hat and all stockinette. So after all that, this is what I decided to cast on. But it's here in my Woodsy and Wild Octopus project bag, which matches the yarn perfectly. But this is a Christmas gift, so that's my motivation for this one. I had to go ahead and get it started so that I could just casually kind of work on it between now and Christmas. but it is a Musselburgh hat from my father, from my dad. And I am knitting it in 2 colors of Knit Picks Stroll Tweed. I've already finished with the using all the gray that I need, so I could actually probably take it out of the bag. But this is Flagstone Heather and Prussian Heather. My dad's colors for sure. Let's stick this back here because I don't need it in the bag anymore. And here's how it's looking. I am halfway down the hat, maybe a little more than halfway down the hat. I'm knitting him the size adult medium. Yeah, it's going to be reversible. This hat is fully reversible. So one side is going to be gray with a blue brim, but flipped the other way, it's going to be just an entirely blue hat. Those are his options. Very versatile for sure. Yeah, this is how it's looking. It's not very interesting. I have it on little, I'm using size 2 needles, a little Licka 16-inch circulars. And look at my stitch marker, my beginning of round stitch marker. It's a strawberry from Sassafras Knits. Love it. So cute. Little bit of joy every time I make it around. Every time I finish a round. There we go. Let's try to speak English here. And that's it, I think, for knitting. I don't have any crochet or cross stitch or sewing to show you today. I have cross stitched a bit, but not enough to like show you. So yeah, I've been pretty busy with working and such, and I've been reading a lot, and that keeps my hands a bit busy. So I guess we'll just do an acquisition and then I'll update you on all of like the stuff that's happening. I only have one acquisition, and it is a really cute one. It is a fun collab between Sassafras Knits, Craft Me Not Yarn Co, and Lock and Lou, who makes stitch markers, progress keepers, there we go, polymer clay progress keepers, and it is adorable. This is the Least Turn collab, but the Least Turn is a tiny little baby shorebird, and they did a collab based off of its little egg, its little eggies here. Look at those little eggies. So Craft Me Not Yarn Co dyed up yarn. It looks like the egg. Beautiful. Lock and Lou made a charm for progress keepers, and Sassafras Knits Rochelle made stitch markers to match and symboled the progress keepers. So it came with this little set. Look at it. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. You can't really see, but there's beads with the egg as well. So this one is a progress keeper, and these 2 are stitch markers. And they're so cute. I love just little sparklies. They're so good. So pleasant to have on a project. Just a little sparkle. Makes me very happy. And that was my only acquisition. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this yet. It's not like I love it, but mostly because I love birds. I'm a sucker for bird themed things. Not so much the color itself. So I think I might use this as a gift. Like knit something up to gift to somebody. But I'm not sure yet. It's a subtle enough color, like it's neutral enough that I think it'd be a good hat. Or I could knit someone a pair of socks. That's it for acquisitions. I haven't been buying very much because I've been broke. That's the way. I'm an artist, you know? It's hard to, you know, rely on steady income when you're an artist. But anyways, it's actually been going pretty great. I have just a few days left in this month, but the yarn shop that I work at sometimes is participating in the Steel Valley Yarn Crawl this year, which is our local regional yarn crawl. It starts on Friday, so I will be picking up some shifts this weekend because it's all hands on deck. Everyone needs to help out. It's going to be a lot of work. We're going to be really busy. It's going to be a lot of fun though. I'm really excited about it. We're going to have some pop-ups with some dyers that I really love. I love them. We have some local dyers. I'm going to try to behave myself, but we will see. But the yarn crawl it starts Friday. I will be working a few days over the weekend and whatnot. And then Wednesday, I get on a train to go to Chicago. I'm gonna be taking the train. I actually need to pack. I'm trying to get all of my, I'm going to be working at a convention. I'm doing C2E2 in Chicago. So if you're in Chicago, I will be there. But I want to get all of my convention stuff packed before the yarn crawl happens so that I don't have to worry about it later. I just have to worry about clothes and such. So I'm trying to get all of my like packing and stuff done. This week has been busy with me trying to get inventory done and stuff restocked, which I think I'm done with. I just gotta pack everything. I think I'm going to edit this video today and I'm going to pack today. And then tomorrow starts yarn crawl stuff because tomorrow we have to do setup for the yarn crawl. Yeah, so gonna be in Chicago. That's gonna be a lot of fun. I love a convention. I'm so excited to be back. I did Heroes Con back in June in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I'd kind of forgotten how much I missed them. So very excited to be at another one, and it'll be a big one. And I'll be staying with one of my best friends that I have not seen since before the pandemic, and I'm very excited to see her as well. That's gonna be great. Gonna be so much fun. Maybe we'll have a free minute to visit a yarn shop in Chicago. Maybe. I'm not sure. Might be too busy. I didn't give myself a lot of free time on either end because I'm trying to make money, not spend money. Yeah. So that's what I got going on. It's all con prep and getting ready for yarn crawl stuff. Just working, keeping myself busy. I have been struggling a lot lately, not only with just knitting in general, but with the urge to cast on stuff like recklessly. And it's not even, it's like casting on something new gives me that rush of excitement that I need from knitting that working on existing projects just isn't giving me. So if you watched my fall cast-ons video, you will know that like this hat was in that fall cast-on plans video, but I already cast it on. I have had that same urge for every single sweater I talked about in that video. I've wanted to go ahead and cast on every single one of those, especially my Douglas cardigan because it is in a bag already. It's been quite the temptation, but I'm trying to be good. I need to finish something. But I've also been so bored with my projects that I keep bouncing around and nothing's getting finished. I don't know what's going on with my brain lately. I am PMSing right now, so that might have something to do with it. I think that's all I got today. I need to get to work. I need to get to editing this video. Don't forget that I will not have an episode next week because I will be in Chicago. Well, anyways, if you enjoyed listening to this chaos, then feel free to like subscribe, join the club. It's a very small, exclusive club. That's what we're calling it now, exclusive, because it's small. But yeah, I'll be back week after next with another one of these videos. And I will see y'all next time.